फिर से
Stay tuned for the next episode. Can you help us what kind of a challenge you face? How you overcome those challenges?
As a new business entrepreneur, challenges is that the failure, the failure, the risk, the people around you will tell you that they scare you for a failure. So that is always there. Anything you start with a negative, saying that failure is be there, but the failure is the next step for success. So you always take that way.
What is the strategy you going to use it for retention of the talented people, or use for any kind of the people who can add value to your organization?
Every milestone they achieve, we have appreciation not only personally, also to other family members also. For example, if somebody crosses my 5 years in my company, I just don't hand over a certificate or just a memento. We make them sure it's a continuous, right? So what we do after completion of 5 years, we make it a mandatory vacation for every employee with their family members, a paid vacation once in a year. We take care of transport, food, everything boarding. So that takes even their family members also happy that companies provided, they're thinking about their family also.
Stay tuned. हो गया अच्छा है ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. It's always special when you have a first date with girlfriend, or first day in a college, or first day in an office. Today I also feeling same kind of feeling because I'm going to do first the podcast in the name of the Leaders Speak. And I have a very good friend of mine, Sridhar Rao. He's a managing partner of Dyuti Technology. Let's dive into discussion with Sridhar Rao.
Namaskara. Today I'm here with Mr. Basaraj, who is starting a new journey with his podcast, The Leaders Speak. I'm happy to be here and being the part of this podcast. I wish him in the new endeavor all the good wishes, success in the new journey.
Thank you so much, Sridhar. Thank you so much. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much, Sridhar, for accepting my invitation for the podcast. Let's talk about your personal life, like where you born, what is your education background, where school, college. Just talk about your personal thing.
Yeah, myself, Sridhar Rao. I've been a native of Bangalore, born and brought up in Bangalore. I did a Kannada medium schooling, and then graduated my engineering graduation in Director of Technology, and I did my Masters of Business Administration in CBSMS. So this has been my educational journey, and then being a Bangalorean, I'm very proud, and being a Kannadiga.
Oh, that's great.
So in my personal, I was adopted kid. So I had a pleasure of being two parenting. So that took me all this way, encouraged me to go extra yard and do more in my business, to achieve my goals. So that's about my personal and educational background, It's about my family. I have two kids, little ones. My wife is a assistant professor, and we are a small nuclear family.
Okay, great. That's great. Thank you so much. And can you tell me about your entrepreneur journey? Like, what made you to start your business? Like, when you started, how? Like, I don't know what meant to you to start your business?
Yeah. See, it's always a journey, right? When you start a business, you try to aim to be something. When I just started my career as a normal salaried employee, but I was never made for a salaried employee. I realized early in my age that I am not made to work somewhere. So I wanted to set a different goal and take up challenges. So that's when my entrepreneur skills came, in the sense like when I was working also, my peers, like my managers and always, like they gave me a push that I worked in a multiple domain, multiple transition teams. So that gave me a confidence that, if I start a business, I could go and achieve much more. So with that, I was ready to take risks. And even the community I grew up, my school days, in the college days, I was like gelling with my Marwadi crowds. So I see those people, doing business. So as such, I'm born in a Brahmin community, wherein like we are dedicated, like bureaucratic or salaried employees. They'll never venture out for a business. But I was like stuck with that, and then the idea like, why do you have to be stuck with only salaried, working for somebody, and I see this business class people, flourishing with doing business, whether it's a small or a big. So I was ready to take a risk. I mean, being as I said, a two parenting, I was a kid, and my parents passed away early. So I had not much of responsibilities of taking care of, my family and all. But being a lone person, I could go ahead and take a bigger risk. So I said, okay, why not try? So that's when I started my entrepreneur journey. And God bless, it's like I've succeeded in my ventures. Today I have a good team of people working for me, and it's always a business is a risk, but you should be have appetite to take a risk and sustain it. The idea. So I mean, the whole idea of starting is you should be able to take a risk. Unless you're not able to digest the risk, your entrepreneur journey will become difficult. So, moment you say like, okay, I'm assuming my risk. I no matter what, I want to succeed. I will definitely succeed.
I think I remember when we doing MBA together, I think it's 2006, I think, right?
Yes,
you were working
yes.
some company, then you
Yes.
told you decided you want to start your own
Yes.
business. I think you started 2006 or 7 when you.
2006 we started.
Acha, acha.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you started the business, what are the challenges? Okay, because any entrepreneurs, because initial stage is very critical, because there is a statistics that first 1 year out of 10 company, minimum 6 to 7 company going to close it, right?
Yeah.
And those are very, very important for as an entrepreneur, because how are you going to sustain those things? Can you help us? What are kind of challenges you face? How you overcome those challenges?
See, when we started, it's a new era India was getting into. That's the first decade of IT innovations. India was transforming, and everybody like, okay, a new IT boom was there. Even when we just started, for as a new business entrepreneur, challenges is that okay, the failure, the failure, the risk, the people around you will tell you that okay, they scare you for a failure. So that is always there. Anything you start, you start with a negative, saying that okay, failure is be there, but the failure is the next step for success. So you always take that way. So when we started, also the challenges were there. This very first year, end of year was a recession period. But as a new business owner, my philosophy has always been like, okay, keep it simple, instead of like hi-fi showing off, you do your basics right. So when you do your basics right, keep your cost within the control. Don't go overboard with your things, let your idea mature into a bigger one. That's when you can grow. You just don't start with a big idea first. You start with the idea, then it becomes a big.
Correct, yeah.
That's the journey. For every entrepreneur who wants to start, they come with the idea. The idea is never going to be a big or small. It starts with the small,
Correct.
then you make it big.
Agreed.
But you need to check whether your idea is mature enough to sustain over the period.
Okay.
There are a lot of people comes with ideas. Nowadays all entrepreneurs, all youngsters, they say like they have a eureka ideas. But is sustaining is
Very important.
they have to check, whether check the waters, say whether this idea is sustainable over the period, And again, the business, everybody says like, okay, your business to be successful, it's a 7 years is a business cycle. So you have to be successful. You have to complete first 7 years. That's when they say it's a business is success or failure. First 1, 2, 3 years doesn't determine your business. That's only a stepping stone. Even if you complete 2 years, 3 years, you're not going to be successful. You have to complete one business cycle. As a life cycle, they call it a life cycle like of a product, life cycle of a person. The 7 years is a highs and lows. Once you cross through, it is always, then the tricks and trades of the business and can continue.
Correct. Okay. I think you're the first generation family who started the business. Like you started the business, right? Same thing here also, because I'm the first generation family to start the business. When you start, basically, how are you going to stay updated on your current trends happening in the technology? How are you going to update those things? Because we don't have any experience back end. Okay, we're not like dad or they're not done any business. They used to work in a government organization, like as you know that. Because our responsibility how to be stay updated in the trends changing in the technology. Like, what are the things you focus on these things?
See, as you said, it's yes for a middle class family. yes, you're starting a business is always a first generation. Your parents would be a salaried, employed somewhere, they're conservative. They fulfill their needs, and that's when they went on with their life. But now new generation is not about fulfilling the needs. You need to go beyond and take the luxury also. So when you say uh, the idea of sustaining, the entrepreneur maintaining that trend, the challenges what you're talking about, right? Like how do you maintain
And
the,
how you going to stay updated in changing
see,
the
that's what I
technology?
mean. See,
Because you're into technology company.
yeah, we are into technology. Technology evolves
Every
over
week
the
will change, yeah.
every day is a learning. There are now with the social media, help of social media, you need to read through a lot of things. You need to keep yourself updated. What's going around? With the industry conversation with industry leaders. Meeting people and reading about the technology, knowing like what advancements are coming in. What is going to be deter for your business. So I too read through the newspapers. I read through go through medias. I will also like go through a lot of interviews. To know with the industry leaders and what they are talking about technology also, and we have a close net of employees. They also teach us like okay they bring us the challenges. When they bring the challenges, we prepare ourselves for future. Like what next can come, what next things to bring in for them to help. So that's when the technology will help you to keep you motivated and keep going. So keeping around updated is like there's so many media. Like media is now everywhere. Every day your life is with the social media, your digital media. Everybody gives you so much information. So you can always look for blogs and industry leaders talking about it. The technological people who are like innovating differently. You always have to listen. You have open ears and watch out like what's coming on. That's when, as I said, like it's every day is a learning. So never ever said that okay, I've learned, I'm done with it. Never ever. Like in a technology, there is a innovation every day.
Okay.
So keep yourself updated with what's going around the world.
Okay. I think it's more than 15 years, right?
Yes.
You started business and you have a domestic market or only international market? Like
This is our 18th year of running.
okay,
And we cater to US.
US, okay.
We are into like real estate underwriting businesses back end office.
Okay.
So we cater to almost like 48 states in US. And as I said, it's like we are in a third business life cycle.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay. How do you? Okay. Now it's come to like about employees kind of thing because as you told, you have more than 700 employee, including Bangalore as well in the US thing. How do you promote employee engagement, and positive work culture in organization?
See, for me, employee comes first. They are the people who are going to work in and out of the day. Without your team, you are nothing.
Yeah.
Your idea may be there. End of the day, you are just a
Team,
leader.
yeah.
So, but end of the day, you need a back-end support, and they are everything. So, we started with the 5-6 employees. Today, we are 100 times more than that because of the founding employees are still with us. So, we are proud about that. How do we keep them up? Like it's keep them engaging in our businesses, give them the knowledge, and also to give the growth, sustainable growth for them also. They always employees think that okay. Moving from one company to another company is a growth. They always look for a greener pasture. That's not true, right? As long as you keep your employee happy, take their growth into. I mean, they also can grow with you. As long as they're growing with you, they are happy. Your team size is going to be good, and the positive vibes will be there in the team. So, as I said, like we are proud that our founding employees are still with us, and even my 60% of my employees are 10 years plus.
Wow,
So
that's great.
we always give them the growth, and in IT company 10 years plus is a long time. So we also look at not employee alone. We also look at employee, their families. Their family also works for us in the sense. So when we give the appreciation also, we keep their family also in mind. So we not only the employee is a whole, we look at as a family, and togetherness is what as a team to deliver the product and services what we do.
Okay, great. I think basically what you want to say that you want to empower career growth for the employee.
Yes,
right.
yes.
That's very important. That's what because once they have that kind of career growth in your organization, people definitely going to stay back, and because you have that kind of to reaching in next, like
Yes,
in
yes.
their career
See,
growth.
my,
That's what,
my
yeah.
founding employees are now, they lead each one departments, I have three offices, Bangalore, Hindupur, and, Bangalore I have two branches, and Hindupur there is one. So there are all these founding employees have become managers, seniors in their own particular departments, They've grown with their job roles, their personality. So they all started as bachelors, they have family members. Their families are happy, they say like, okay, our life is here, so as I said, their family also works for us indirectly.
Oh, that's
So
good.
our appreciation is always not only employee, even their family members also, right? So that's when even when we do the events also, we call their family members to be part of the events, and also like the 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 involvement of employee in the decision making is also makes them that okay, they are part of the company. So it's not just about the information flow or the any instructions comes from only management. So when you give a free hand to mid management, they also flourish and they'll be part of the growth.
That's correct. Okay, because you are there from last 18 years in the industry, like in technology, in your domain basically. How do you want to handle your competitor? Because there's going to be help for the young people who want to start the business, because you are there from 18 years. Definitely some of the key points what you're going to share here, definitely they're going to get some benefit of that one. Like how are you going to handle competitor? But irrespective of any product, competition is very well. Healthy competition will be there. How do you want to handle these competitors?
See, the competition is always there. Competition with the another player, competition with the technology, that is always there. That's a new business trends. You have to keep yourself updated, and you have to be giving the needs of a customer ahead of time. Like you understand their needs and provide a niche product to them. So the competition, you can always beat them. There are competition. People think like okay, they can beat with the quality, the price. But when you can give a cervical with a service with a quality, you can beat any competition. Says I mean like we compete with the Fortune 500 companies, and we are in a niche area. Even Fortune 500 company, they can't do it on themselves. They use our services, so
Oh,
we're a
that's great.
niche. So I mean, as long as you maintain your cervical qualities, service with quality, and then there's no competition at all. The whatever the competition comes, you can definitely beat them.
Okay, great. That's good. Okay, based on these things, because my follow-up question is, how do you want to measure the success of in your organization? That's why I asked the question of the competition. How you want to measure the success of your organization?
See, my success for organization, as I said, like I have 50% employees who are 10 years plus, 12 years plus.
Okay.
And all these people are founding employees are still with us. And we have grown from 6 employees to 700 employees. That's a success you can say. This is a sustainable success. In ever in my 18 years of career, in this industry, I was never able in a position to fire anybody. That's why we took a cautious effort. We are not like okay, overboard too much, go too much aggressive. Wherein like okay, I hire aggressively, and then when I don't have work, I'll fire. So I always maintain the study focus and hiring also, and sustainability is my mantra. Saying that okay, whomever is I'm going to hire, they're going to be with us. Like I'm not going to fire them for no work. So that gives a confidence for employees also that okay, my employee is going to take care of me whatsoever. They care about me.
Correct.
So hire and fire. You can have a short goals, hire for tomorrow and fire for day after. That's not going to work. So the needs are there, the technology updates are comes. But you can be cautious in that.
Okay. Because as you told, around 700 employee presently as on today, and in that there is a couple of founding members who already crossed more than 10 plus years. As an entrepreneur, any organization you take, retention is very, very critical, because you have to hire that kind of talented people, and once you hire the talented people, you have to make sure that they have to stay back longer in here with you. What are the strategy you're going to use it for retention of the talented people, or irrespective of any kind of a people who can add value to your organization? What are the strategies you're going to use it?
See, when I started, we started with you can say ours is a garage story. But we invested in employees. We invested in employees. Whatever we earned, we reinvested in employee growth. So we bought our own space. So that's a confidence for employees that, okay, my company is here to stay, they are not going anywhere. And also as a personal growth, our employees, whenever they cross certain milestones in the number of years, we always provide them a different designations. They move into a different work area. They always they upgrade in their workspace also. That gives them the new flair to work, for something to achieve, go forward. And also like every milestone they achieve, we have appreciation not only personally, also to other family members also. For example, if somebody crosses my 5 years in my company, I just don't hand over a certificate or just a memento. We make them sure like, okay, it's a continuous, right? So what we do after completion of 5 years, we make it a mandatory vacation for every employee with their family members, a paid vacation once in a year. We take care of transport, food, everything, boarding. So that takes even their family members also happy that, okay, companies providing, they're thinking about their family also, right? And also we give so many events for my employees to go out, not only just going out for a dinner or anything. So they can go, I mean, we organize so many events within the office for them to de-stress also.
Okay.
Even in my office environment, it's a play and work environment where we have provided indoor games, the open area for them, the activities. We have a sports team, we have a cricket team from the office,
Oh, that's
the badminton team. So we keep them engaged, not only just work. It's about sports, cultural, all these events, And also those who have crosses 10 years, not only as a CSR activity, we also given away just as on today, like we have given out more than 80 two-wheelers, electric two-wheelers to my employees who crossed 10 years. We are given as a free gift, to my employees. So it's not that, okay, the employee who worked for 10 years doesn't have a two-wheeler. We think that, okay, if he is riding a two-wheeler or a car, let this vehicle go to his spouse, and she or he will be happy that, okay,
Right.
oh, it's not about just employee. I am also getting something, for my husband or wife working for this company. I also got a gift, and also sustainability. We are talking about sustainability these days, I'm also indirectly encouraging electric vehicle, greenery, whatever the green talk we are talking about. So, like somebody instead of buying an ICE vehicle again, I'm encouraging to go for the EV. If I come and see my parking lot, 50% of vehicles are electric vehicles.
Wow,
So
that's great.
I'm encouraging them to go green as well. So that's the employee growth and keep them engaged. I mean, I don't sell them the dream, but I would fulfill their dreams. When they work for us, you can always promise bigger things for them. When you don't deliver, it is all a disappointment. Instead of that, I always set a short-term goals in terms of what I can achieve, what I can give it to them. So I don't show them the moon on a full moon day, but end up with the no moon day. I always say like, okay, here we are. We're going to work with you. You're going to grow with us. That's our mantra, and we always done that. So.
That's commendable. Yeah, that's great. Okay. In you, how many verticals you handle? Like you have only one vertical as when it's come to business wise. Do you have a multiple verticals in your organization? Like what exactly? Like
No,
it's
we
basically
have,
service industries, right?
yes, we are into service industry. As I said, we cater to major US clients, banks, and underwriters. Our domain is caters to title industry. Within that, we have voice and non-voice also. So we cater to both, and also in same thing we have a default services also. So in the default service, another vertical together, like within my industry, there's a 3 vertical we catering.
Okay, 3 verticals. What you do? Okay, apart from Dyuti Technology, I know Dyuti Technology. I think you invested a lot of other business also. Could you help us? What kind of business you do apart from technology? That what you have industries like?
See, as a part of, I'm a mechanical background.
Okay.
So my passion is always with machines and automobiles. So as a part of my other venture, we are the AMD for TVS two-wheelers, and we are the second largest in terms of South India, in terms of space and all. And we also awarded as the India's second best in the CSI. So even we got awarded in Dubai with the international event also. This is our 4th year of operations with that venture. But in this short time, we made our name, right? Achieving India's second position in the CSI is in itself is a big task,
Okay.
And also we are also into ACs, HVACs. We do the commercial AC venture also. This is all part of a mechanical background.
Got it. Yeah.
So,
And what is your okay? I understand you have multiple business you're handling. What next 5 years your goal? Like what exactly you want to achieve in your life, and what are the future plan for these business for you?
see, we are growing in all our businesses. Touchwood, we have done great because our employee engagement is good. Our customers are happy with us. Like we not only say that okay, selling is not just a product. Selling is an experience. So we always want to keep our customers happy. The experience and buying experience is also even when it comes to IT industry where we are servicing. And first 15 years we never marketed ourselves. Our business has grown with the word of mouth. That's like okay. It's always about what service you provide. That should speak to yourself. Like so that's how it is. We have grown. With all these things. We are now only after 15 years we started marketing. We want to take it next level. With the technology advancements and all. We are also reinventing ourselves in technology, investing into a lot of technology. Also, we have our own IT in-house IT team, which we are trying to come up with a new product which can cater to the new challenges and new industries also. We are also now thinking of getting it a newer vertical also. So that's in pipeline. So we are working on a new next 5 years is also exciting with the existing challenges. So that gives us a new avenue also to invent ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I think you want to be a lot of investment on new ventures, right? What
Yes,
you
yes,
mean?
yes.
As an entrepreneur, how are you going to manage your work-life balance?
Yeah, but that's a good question. As an entrepreneur, it's always the business comes with the pressure and pleasure, right? You should be able to manage both the pleasure and pressure. So otherwise, you are really like in a bad space, right? When it's required, you have to give your 24 hours to business as well as you should be ready to take a break and spend time with family and
Yeah.
friends. Having a good friends is nothing like that, and also having a wife who can support you in all your dreams and understands that okay, he's up to something, I need to support him at the back end. So the family, it matters a lot. As long as they are supporting you, it's great. Like at the same time you should also give time to your family, your kids, your friends, and you work-life balance. As I said, that when it's required, I'm there in my office, work with employees. I know I'm not just a boss. I work with them as a one of them, so that keeps them also motivated. At the same time, when my necessity is required for my family, I'm always there. So
Correct.
I take a breaks. I go on a long vacations, and then when it's required, I spend the time with my office employees. So that's how you balance. So,
Yeah, that's great. So then my next question is, as an entrepreneur, how you keep yourself as a motivated? Because the before the question what I asked is the how to work life, and next question is very important because how you going to motivate yourself? How you going to keep yourself as a motivated as an entrepreneur?
yeah, see, the business environment brings you challenges every day, right? My employees are my professors. They teach me everything. They bring up with a problem. I need as a entrepreneur, as a leader, I have to provide a solution. So I have to learn first, and then tell them like okay, show them the directions. Like so it's the motivation comes with my learning, that I am learning every day, and as long as I'm learning, I'm motivated. Like so I never saturated. I say like okay, I'm done with it. So every day when you're learning, that gives you new directions also to keep you motivated.
It's my last question to you. As an entrepreneur, what two things you would like to give advice to the young entrepreneur who want to start the business? You want to have a mind that okay, I want to start one day as a business. What two advice you want to give?
Yeah. See, first thing is every entrepreneur has to have a risk appetite, and they need to check whether the idea they are trying to take into the market is it sustainable. Is it sustainable for at least a medium to long term. Otherwise, like okay, you have ambitions, you invest too much into your that idea, then one failure will take you back to dog. So you really have to like see whether the idea what you're coming is it sustainable, matured enough, have a discussions, have with the concerned peoples or relatively who are knowledgeable about these things, have many interactions, take their feedbacks and then start it. And there is for a new generation, there is no peer pressure to for them to like, okay, earn and make it, bring back home, nothing. Probably their parents, they have taken care of their needs and luxury for now. Any entrepreneur wants to get in there, they want to be a successful only. Don't start your dream thinking that you're going to be success every time. Be prepare yourself for a failure, and even if the failure comes, don't that let not be that failure deters you in your dream. So take it, have it sustainable. Don't be afraid of a failure. You always think ahead and keep working towards your dream.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sridhar. We got a lot of inputs. Thank you so much for sharing all your stories to here. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thanks, Basuraj. Thanks for inviting me for this your podcast.
Thank you.
I wish you, and being a first time, I feel lucky to come to
Thank
this
you so much for
interaction.
and coming over there.
And I wish you good luck in your new entry.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. It's a small gift from sustainable product from Rafter.
Thank you, Basuraj.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening my first podcast, The Leaders Speak, episode 1. My two takeaway from this conversation with Sridhar Rao. The number one is idea it not be small or big, but you have to focus. You should start the business where you want to start. And second, my takeaway is family member has to involve the in employee engagement. That's what I learned. This is two takeaway from the conversation. Thank you so much. If you like this podcast, please do share with your circle like friends or relatives or other community members who can get benefit of this one. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for the next episode.